Hi, it's my Bissong. Welcome to my live. Uh, so this is Friday. I hope you guys are enjoying the weekend. Some people are still working this morning. Yeah. So I pray for you. You have good stuff to talk about by the end of this week, and by the time we proceed to the next. Today I want to talk about entitlement. We talk about the entitlement mentality of women, especially in this day and time. There was a post recently that was going around about one girl who sent her intending boyfriend a full list of the things she wants, and amongst those things, she listed that she'll be getting girlfriend allowance of 5,000 weekly. Is it weekly? Yes, I think weekly. She said he's going to be paying for this and paying for that. He said he's going to invest in a business. He said, she said what again? She said that he's going to have to delete all the contacts of women he has on his phone and make himself exclusive to her and all of those things. And what else did he say again, sir? She said and lots more. And that's the fucking thing about the whole thing. And lots more for real. So now the thing is this, we I understand why women have this entitlement mentality. Why are women entitled to men's resources? Hmm. I know why women are entitled to men's resources, and in fact, I don't even fault women for being entitled to men's resources. It's nature for women to be entitled to men's resources. So let us analyze these things. We can say from now to tomorrow, don't give girls money, don't do this for your women, don't do this for this, don't do this for that. But the truth remains that we have reasons why women are entitled to men's resources, and we can't even lie about this. We have reasons why. So now let us analyze it from evolution. Let's talk about what we have evolved to be. Where are we coming from? How did we get to this point, where we have this entitlement issue? When we have this entitlement issue, where are we coming from? We are cooking, so you can hear the sound of the pressure cooker. So I hope you guys are not too disturbed by that. Now, from an evolutionary perspective, we have to understand that there are reasons why the male had to provide for the female. The male didn't just start providing for the female. There are reasons why, and I'm going to explore that. One of them is nurture. You see, when we want to push the human race, or to push the yes, of course, to ensure continuity of the human race, we had to produce offspring, right? We had to reproduce. That's why reproduction is a very, very important part of being a human being. The characteristics of man, reproduction is very, very important, and reproduction ensures that there's a continuity of life. And now everybody has a part to play in that reproduction. The woman gets pregnant means she carries the offspring. It means she endures something. She has to share her food with the offspring. She endures some level of sickness. She's quite vulnerable when she's pregnant, and all of those things. So imagine a woman who is pregnant. It means she's weakened to some level by her pregnancy. It means she cannot go hunt for food by herself. She cannot do a lot of things by herself. It simply means she needed someone to help and protect. Now, the man was the one who had to help and protect the woman, obviously, because she can't do those things by herself. So now the man is not just protecting the woman because she's a woman, he's protecting the fact that she is a vessel for the offspring. If she's carrying the offspring, then she has to be taken care of, because by taking care of her, you are taking care of the offspring. So to ensure the continuity of the human race, men are to provide. Men are to go to the bush, men are to hunt, men are to bring in the food, men are to protect the woman from other men, or from predators and all of those kind of things. The main idea is that to keep the human race moving forward, we had to provide. And you see, we have evolved from that level already. That's what we are right now. We have evolved to be men who have a natural inclination to providing, and women have a natural inclination to want to be provided for. It is nature. It is not even a bad thing. You understand? But you see, let us not forget the fact that there's a caveat. When men were providing for women, there was a reason why. Would they forget that part? say, you get reason why man they provide for woman. The reason why a man was providing for the woman was because of the fact that she was carrying offspring. She was in a position of nurture. What we have today is that women who are not in any position of nurture are expecting men to provide for them. Imagine a girl you're meeting, she's not carrying your baby, she's not taking care of your children, she's not doing anything, she just wants you to give her your money. And you see, that's because we still have our brains still read just the way it has been reading from those evolutionary times. And what we are saying is that I want to be provided for, which is normal. Your brain is telling you that you should be provided for. The man is saying, our brains are telling us that we should provide for these women. But then we are removing the caveat. We're removing that caveat of the fact that it has to come from a position of nurture to push the human race forward. If men provide for women right now, on what grounds are they providing for these women? Especially women that are not your wives, women that are not in your life on any ground. Maybe a girl you just met and she feels like you have to spend to get to know her, or you have to overly buy her stuff just for you to have her attention. That is an exploitation of the natural provider instincts or inclination of men. So women usually exploit that part of men which naturally makes them want to provide. So it's an exploitation, of because naturally these men want to provide. So let us exploit that and get their resources, even when we know that we are not putting ourselves in that position. In this day and time where many women are going against the traditional gender roles, they say it weakens women. Women don't want to be in the kitchen. Women say they don't like the kitchen. Many women are saying they don't want to give birth to children. Many women are saying they don't want to submit to a man's leadership. Now, if you don't want to do all of these things, how can you still expect a man to provide? The funny thing is that this girl says something. She's pointed one point out and she said that she wants a man to delete all the numbers of women he has on his phone and focus on her. Now, I'm coming to my second point. The second reason why men were providing for women was because of sexual exclusivity. You see, the idea is this. If you were going to be giving me sex exclusively, only me, if you are going to be if you're going to keep yourself from other men, the idea is that I have to protect her from other men. This is the idea now, why men were providing. And because of that, she doesn't need to go and meet another man for provision for her offspring. If she goes to meet another man for provision for her offspring, she's most likely also going to be having sex with a man too, or maybe she's going to procreate with the man. The idea is that we try to be the best mate, and trying to be the best mate means you protecting her, because she's offering you sexual exclusivity. But the sexual exclusivity was only expected of the woman. It was not expected of the man. It simply means that women were expected, because if I was providing for you, you cannot dictate me to give you sexual exclusivity. Now they give you something. Now you cannot be making the rules when you're being provided for. So then, and by nature, men were meant to spread their seed, whether we like it or not. The reproductive cycle already explains this. For women, it's a slower thing than it is for men. So when it comes to reproduction, men were naturally designed. Of course, we can decide not to, but we are naturally designed to impregnate more women or to have more children with different women. Because if a woman is pregnant, she's pregnant for 9 months. So that means she cannot get pregnant again within that 9 months. Usually. So she can't get pregnant within that 9 months. But within that, if I have sex with a woman today and she's pregnant, tomorrow I'm ready to have sex again, and I still have my sex cells ready to activate another, So the thing is that we are designed to have reproduction more often than women were designed to. And this is not even a thing on trying to say that men should cheat or anything. This is not even a support of men cheating or anything. But this is just talking about what it is in nature. How do we relate in nature? Basically, men would be more attuned to more sexual experience than women would. But now, you see, in this our age and time now, many women are not even offering sexual exclusivity. So, first of all, many women are not offering sexual exclusivity. Many women that you date and are providing for might still be having sex with other men. In fact, many times we have seen it. We have checked it now. We have been with other people's girlfriends. We know these things. We know that women that you are dating don't exactly offer you sexual exclusivity. So this is not even so. But that is not even my point. I'm not here to criticize anybody. Anybody can have their sexual life or anything they want to do. My point is that if you are going to talk about an entitlement provision, it means you have to be offering a man sexual exclusivity while letting him or not having a problem with him having sexual non-exclusivity. It means that if a man is going to be providing for you, he has to be free to take another wife. He has to be free. He has to be free to explore different other sexual options. Why you have to be exclusive to him? Why? Because he provides totally for you. It's simple. This is a negotiation, and we forget the caveats that are involved, and that's why we have these issues that are brewing up now. And people, you just see women just bring up different things that they expect, and all they are offering is sex, and the sex is not exclusive. So now we have a situation whereby women want to be provided for, but they do not want to be in that position of nurture. One, and they also want their men to be exclusive to them. That is how we go against nature, and that's the issue we have right now. There is so much distortion on what nature is. You understand? It's very quick for women to say it's a man's duty to provide. True. It is not even the man's duty to provide. It is the man's nature to provide. So it's not even a duty thing. You see, naturally men want to just provide. Naturally, but I want you to understand that why we built that thing as part of our nature, we need to understand the reason why we built it in the first place. It simply means, there's a time where everyone was accentuating the idea of virginity, and you see parents will marry their children out, and when they have sex, they bring about the stained cloth and they show everybody, hey, see the stained cloth, she was a virgin, and everybody's happy and everybody's saying, and the parents feel very proud that they are able to keep their daughters as virgins. But now with the liberalism we have now, many women are kicking against that and are saying that a woman cannot be reduced to just her sexual organs and the fact that she's a virgin or her sexual activity. She's a whole lot more than that, and I agree. I totally agree. But you see, the reason why they were pushing that idea was because sexual exclusivity was a necessary reason for marriage, or for a necessary reason for provision, or masculine provision. You are going to a point whereby men were going to be definitely responsible for you. It means that you are supposed to be offering them some level of sexual exclusivity. That was the reason why those things were accentuated then. I'm very much in tune with the liberal idea that I won't really care if the girl I was marrying wasn't a virgin, as long as, of course, she's a very, very young person, and I can tell from my relations with her that she doesn't have a large sexual experience. I mean, her bank of sexual experience is not much. So usually, or at least the perception of it is like that in my mind, because whether I like it or not, perception is reality. We can argue from morning to night that as appearance is not reality, but of course our attunement or our connection to reality is through appearance or through perception, basically. So if I see something and I think it's good, then it's good because I think so. At least to me. It might not be universally good, but to me it's good because I think so. And usually that's what matters, in that context. So we are pushing away virginity. At the same time, we say, okay, women don't need to be sexually exclusive, but we still say men need to provide exclusively. Nah. Yes, so I understand a lot of things about the liberal idea of 50-50 equality in marriage, but that even brings another problem. Another problem comes from that idea. So I spoke about it yesterday, the live I had yesterday, trying to talk about what it means, what gender equality actually does mean when we talk about heterosexual relationships, and the very fact that you can be in a partnership. Your relationship, your long-term relationship, your marriage is a partnership, but it's not a 50-50 partnership. It is not a parity. We should not expect that two people are going to be equally leading each other. It's not possible. It has never happened. there has to be a leader, there has to be a follower. That's the way things work. That is the natural order of things. And if everyone is leading and no one is following, then that's really dumb. Usually there's no movement. So there has to be some level of non-equality for you to have a lasting relationship. Most of the relationships that have lasted, or partnerships that have lasted long, were those that were founded on non-equality or inequality, if I can say that. So basically, this is going to be a very short live. I'm seeing nobody's coming in, and I'm not getting any questions basically. But of course, if you have any questions for me, especially on this particular topic, and you like us to actually espouse it more, I'd like you to drop it in the comment section. Just comment under this video when you see it. And also, I offer sexual dynamics sessions, private sexual dynamics sessions. They are paid sessions. I've had guys who actually call me and they say, "Guy, please have this issue with my girl. Can you please help me with this? I have this," and I'm like saying, "Okay, yes. Please click the link and make necessary payment, and then we schedule a session." And then they go, "Bros, I just thought you just help me now. I thought you would just advise me." Yes, I do that sometimes, especially if I'm with my guys, and usually I talk. So I just build my friends and I drop a lot of game. But usually when people contact me that way, it's always good when we have a paid session. It makes you value the information I give, and it's beyond the information. It's about my time. It makes you value my time too. So that's what's up. Let me do a quick recap. Basically, the only reason why women are entitled is because they were expected to be entitled right from what we have evolved for. If we check it through evolution, men had to provide, women had to be provided for, but it was for a reason. That reason is being undermined and taken out, and that's the reason why we have an unhealthy idea of provision right now. It's just an unhealthy idea. It's not a healthy one. What we have now is you trying to gain the benefits without the work, or you trying to have a kind of it's playing like a zero-sum game and you want to win every time. These games usually could be non-zero sum, and it is not like there's one winner to it all. And that's what we're trying to get now. A girl is not sexually exclusive to you. She doesn't let you be. She's demanding sexual exclusivity from you. At the same time, she has a long list of things she needs you to do for her. That is crazy. And what? She's not pregnant for you. She's not nurturing your child. There's no contribution whatsoever that she has to your life. But you providing all because of a possible taste of pussy, which is not yours to keep because it's for everybody. So please, in this our time and age, the idea of entitlement from women is obnoxious, and it is expected because it's natural. It's a natural thing for them to be entitled to men's resources, and men are supposed to also be naturally inclined to provision. But like I said, there's a caveat. When we take out the caveat, that's why we get it fucking wrong. So like I said, drop in the comment section if you have a question about these things I've spoken about, and if you would like also have a personal session, DM me. Stay wise.